In the top stories, IMF says the Barbados economy continues to face major challenges. Police and immigration swoop down on a construction site, and BMEX 2014 begins. Welcome to Nation News for Friday, June 6, 2014. I'm Natasha Beckles. The International Monetary Fund says the Barbadian economy continues to face major challenges, including low growth, a very large fiscal deficit, and a high debt burden. These are the preliminary findings from the latest 5-day visit to the island by officials from the Washington-based firm. They stressed that the need for fiscal consolidation was now urgent and predicted that real gross domestic product would decline by 0.6% this year. With government already implementing most of the measures announced in the budget, the IMF said follow-up was essential to making sure that measures met government's financing needs. While here, officials met with Minister of Finance Chris Sinclair and Governor of the Central Bank Dr. Delal Worrell. Minister of Industry Donald Innes and members of the private sector have agreed to work together to iron out some of the problems the sector is facing. The two parties also agreed to engage in more dialogue after a meeting at the Ministry of Industry at Baobab Towers this morning. Members of the private sector presented their concerns to Mr. Innes during the meeting, and the minister said he would work to address them. Some of the major concerns were the need for speedier action by the judiciary, tourism matters, duties, and helping to make it easier to do business in Barbados. Police and immigration officials swooped down on a construction site in St. Peter today. After checking identification cards, several people were taken away. It is the site of the former Sandwich Hotel in Roadview, St. Peter, where a new building is under construction. The groundbreaking ceremony for the Garrison tunnels took place this morning, and Minister of Culture Stephen Lashley urged more private sector organizations to get on board. Lashley said government was working closely with the Garrison Consortium to preserve the area, which gained UNESCO World Heritage designation.
And therefore, for me, I see this particular commencement of another phase of the exploration of the tunnels as being part of that important collaboration, which I hope will continue, and in which I hope that other entities, in particular private sector entities, will see the potential of the economic value of investing in the World Heritage property of historic HMS Garrison.
The annual Barbados Manufacturers Exhibition, or BMEX, got underway today at the Lloyd Erskine Sandyford Centre. There are more than 200 booths for visitors to see, including 54 which are totally new to the exhibition. As usual, there's a wide showcase of items, including furniture, clothing, makeup, solar products, and other services. The exhibition closes on Monday night. Let's communicate the past, present, and the future. This was the theme of an arts and crafts display this morning at the Erdeston Special School. Coordinator Lee Carter said the craft items were used for the children to get a better understanding of communication, but also for the public to see special needs children were achievers. The display looked at old means of communication. It provided hands-on approach for the children and also explored how communication could benefit those with special needs in the future. Assistant Superintendent Leon Blades has promised to help St. Peter residents in getting relief from the dark streets of Spitestung and nearby areas. This comes after born and bred Spitestung man Austin Husbands complained about the inadequate lighting in the area. Husbands said the walk from Spitestung to Cobbler's Cove to Sand Street was taking one's life in their own hands. Blades said they would write the Ministry of Transport and Works about getting better lighting. About 70 business people attended the town hall meeting with police last night at the Colony Club in St. James. In sport, Spartan, the winners of this year's Sagicor 2020 cricket competition, will host BDF SP at Queen's Park tomorrow when the Barbados Cricket Association's elite competition gets underway. St. Catherine will play Lyme at Bayfield, Pickwick will host Empire at Foursquare Oval, and Barbados Youth will be against promoted Wanderers at Harrison College A. Defending champs UWI, who won their 5th straight title last year, are away to Maple at Trents. Matches start at 12:30 p.m. Belmont Primary and Bay Primary almost guaranteed quarterfinal spots in primary schools netball, but previously unbeaten West Darras Primary suffered double losses this morning at the netball stadium. Belmont beat Hildeskeen 7-1 and edged All Saints 12-11, while Bay Primary topped St. Bernard's 10-6 and Hildeskeen 10-4. West Darras lost 8-7 to Ranald Weeks Primary and also fell 8-6 to St. Mary's. You can log on to nationnews.com for the full report. And finally, an Alabama woman is lucky to be alive after she fell asleep between railway tracks and a train passed over her, police say. Authorities received several calls Wednesday morning from concerned citizens who reported a train had run over a woman at a local railroad crossing. When police arrived, officers say they found the 22-year-old still on the tracks. They said her small build and the small size of the train saved her life. Still, she faces charges of public intoxication and disorderly conduct. And that's Nation News for Friday, June 6th. Do enjoy your weekend, and remember you can get your news on our website, nationnews.com, as well as our YouTube channel, Facebook, and Twitter.